In the previous video, I showed you how we can accurately create a proportional cube in 4545. But let's say you would like to draw a proportional square to the left or to the right in 2-point. There's a certain trick or measurement we can use. So for example, I put down my horizon line there, and then I'm going to plug down my cone of vision. And in real life, I would simply use my fingers and measure those two distances and then transfer it over. But on the computer, you don't see my finger movement, so I put down the cone of vision. Okay. So let's go to a new layer, and from my left vanishing point to my right vanishing point and back and back. And let's maybe make something that looks proportionally good. Do we agree on that's a nice square? Yeah, let's say that's good. Okay, so there's the measurement tool now we can use to double check if our stuff is correct. And you see I have to connect my front and my back corner of my square, draw a line through, and where it cuts the horizon line, actually you want to have your midpoint. And we do not. So that means that actually this foreshortening I used here probably is not correct. And the thing is also, this distance is nearly the same like this distance. So I didn't do my foreshortening accurately. Let's go on to a new layer. And I'm just going to draw this line as well, and this line. And then actually I first do it this way. Okay. And then there I retraced this line. So you see here I found a new point, and then through there I draw this one. Let's take a look how this one feels. Yeah, and that's actually a more accurate square in 2-point perspective. So let's actually hide this one and make a new layer. And for example, there at this point, I go to there and there and there and kind of like there. Take red, and you see there it fits. So that's basically the rule you have to use. Let's go down and let's maybe do this here. So I move it a little bit to the side. And there. So those are good exercises, for example, to see also how something that in a 45-45 looks very symmetrical has not to look symmetrical the moment you move it to the sides because of the perspective foreshortening. Let's take another look at this and create a 45-45 square. Let's make it nice and big. There, okay. These two things have to be the same. Yeah, they meet. Okay, we have the midpoint. So let's project everything to the right side. So we multiply that cube one time. There and there. Okay. And then let's double check. So this corner through this corner. Where do these lines meet? And look at that. It actually runs really through the midpoint of our horizon line. Okay. So let's ink this and then compare. So proportional square 45, 45, and the same square pushed to the right. And you see that actually it's a drastic change in shape, and that's actually correct. So the problem is really that you really have to get used to how things look in two-point perspective, and very often we try to compare two-point perspective drawing with the way how we can see things through our eyes, and that's going to be problematic because two-point perspective is a radical simplification. So you really should not necessarily trust your eyes, rather trust your constructions, because then you start memorizing how things have to look. You're not getting fooled maybe by other references. So let's actually continue the same on the other side. There. And let's move this one over to there. And there. And here's my red color through this point, and it hits. Okay, good. Let's do this one more time. There. And there. And the red color. Yep, and there. Perfect. Okay, one more time. See, everything gets progressively smaller. And there, so there I built in a little bit of an accuracy. Okay, but I hope basically you start seeing how shapes will change based on when they go to the vanishing point, when they come towards you, if it's more an eye level or more below you. Those are really good exercises actually to do at the beginning, simply so you get used to well, how stuff has to look and not how you think it should look. Okay.